How about your underachiever? Who you got? You might have the same one I have. Yeah, you do. So glad you put that. That's awesome.
I don't want to say it.
Guess who it is, guys? Top 10 QB, Jalen Hurts.
I mean, you can't set an NFL record.
2 turnovers in 1 play.
How do you do that?
Tailgate Talker Nation, welcome back to Tailgate Talkers with Dane and Justin. It is episode 14, week 15 of the NFL season. And gosh, crazy week, man. Lots of news, lots of action. We got a great show coming your way. What do you think, Justin? How was your week? How was last night?
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah,
the tears are falling.
I have no more tears to cry, dude. Yeah, got it. Interesting week. We go over our picks. That's the only thing that went well for me. I went 2-1. You went 0-3,
man.
So that puts you, Dane, at 15-20.
Ouch.
Me 19-17. Not a whole lot better.
Don't go bet, guys. Don't be betting. At least don't listen to me if you're gonna go bet.
Game reviews, a lot to say. And the weekly news, the Daniel Jones injury, Phillip Rivers, dude. Damn.
I know. Practice squad.
Chiefs Dynasty is over. We'll talk about it. Dane's got some buy or sell for me. I'm going to go over my playoff predictions, like all the way, the seeding, the who wins the wild card, divisional, championship, Super Bowl, everything, the whole thing. See if Dane agrees with me or not. We go over fantasy, just like always, overachievers, underachievers, start them, sit them. And then we go over some game previews. We got Raiders at Eagles, Packers at Broncos, and then whichever other one you want to do.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, you want to go over we'll go in order. Lions,
Thursday.
Lions beat Cowboys 44-30. What'd you think?
Man, really good game, really interesting game. I think I was a little too much of a believer in how good the Cowboys offense. I mean, the Cowboys offense was decent. It was just like, I think the big difference in the game was just the turnovers. It was just all the picks that Dak threw.
I see why Steelers let George Pickens go. Oh my God, bro. That is unacceptable.
I know. Just half-ass effort. And then did you see his tweet?
No,
after, so Richard Sherman called him out on Thursday Night Football. So then George Pickens, he tweeted at Richard Sherman and then he deleted it. But of course, whatever you put on the internet, it's permanent. So it's out there. And he was basically calling out Richard Sherman. But he deserved it, man. You watch some of the routes he was running, he was half-assed.
Yes, absolutely lackadaisical. Dude, what are you doing? It looked kind of, we'll get into it, but it looked a little bit like A.J. Brown sometimes. It's like, dude, where's the fucking effort all the time?
I don't know why I've been thinking this for a few weeks. I think if I was going to pick one wide receiver, wide receivers are divas in general. Yeah. Like of any position in the NFL, they're super talented. There's no denying that. But any position in the NFL, they're probably the most diva. And I kind of getting the vibe that George Pickens might be a future Antonio Brown. Like I'm kind of getting that.
Agreed.
He's super talented, has all the ability to be a top 5 NFL wide receiver, but yet he gets in his own way.
Both those receivers are absolute got some screws looses. But CD, I don't question the effort in CD. That's the difference.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to see the Cowboys defense. Look, they played the Raiders. Okay. Then they played the Eagles. Okay. Then they played Kansas City, who's not the same this year. They're not even in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
I needed to see what they were against an actual legit offense. And Amon-Ra did end up playing and was a factor and all that. But I needed to see, and the Lions offense is potent, but they're not even what they were last year.
Yeah.
But they're still potent enough. I needed to see, and we saw it, 44 points against them. That defense is still an issue. Could it be possibly slightly better than what it was early on? Sure. But it's still an issue.
Yeah, and the Cowboys beat the Lions through the air. It wasn't a run fest. Like, I think Jahmyr Gibbs only had like 25 yards rushing, but he killed him on the air. They were throwing it to Gibbs, Laporta, Amon-Ra. J-Mo had a big game. He had like over 85. It's just it was a really good game for the Lions.
I don't think I question.
Get back on track.
Yeah, I don't think I question the Dallas Cowboys as far as defensively, like their effort per se. I think they all run very, very hard. I just don't think they're disciplined.
Yeah.
Like they're just so undisciplined. They can be had.
It's the secondary, man. They need to put some money in that secondary, and they'll be a little bit better defense, but maybe a pass rusher or two as well.
All right. I was at work while your Packers were taking on the Bears. Oof. And I tell you what, the last play they did, I think it was the fourth down play that they missed, was the exact same play they scored the touchdown on the Eagles. Exact same fucking play. Yeah, now, I think it was there had he thrown it earlier. But anyway, you go first. It was your team.
Really, really good win. What's exciting right now is I don't want to speak too soon, but you just never know. But seems like the Packers are playing their best football right now. And it's when you always want to play best football is in December. And so really good win. This is a Bears team that won 5 games in a row. Just a lot of momentum, kind of been beating teams in close games. Just gritty wins for the Bears. And so for the Packers, even though it was at home, just to be able to beat this team, which is a division opponent that had the 1 seed, mind you, and be able to basically hop them in the division, take the lead in the division, drop the Bears from the 1 seed to the 7 seed, just really, really big win for the Packers. So definitely playoff chances went way up last Sunday. Also, one of the better games of the year for Jordan Love. He's had 2 games in a row now that have been really excellent, just making really good decisions. Same thing as the game against the Lions. He's taking what's given to him, but he's also looking for more. And I just really like that. The other part I really liked is we were able to run the football. And I think there's 2 factors that go into that. I think Packers O-line played better, but also I don't think the Bears defense is amazing either. So I think that's part of it. So I expect against the Broncos this coming week, we're not going to be able to run the ball that well. Like that defense, that defense is a lot more sturdy than the Bears, but very happy with just the complete team play. Micah looked great. Definitely put Caleb Williams under pressure. And then just to be able to finish the game on the interception like that was just, it was definitely a nail biter just because it was so close, with them driving at the end of the game, only being up by 7. But just great complete team win. And it's just, those are the kind of wins you're going to get this late in the year. It's not when teams know you and they've seen some of your plays, they've seen your defense. It's kind of when you got these 2 great offensive minds, you got LaFleur, you got Ben Johnson. These guys are matching wits. A lot of it it's a cat and mouse game. It's the other team has seen a lot of your stuff on film, and so it's like, well, can we show them a different wrinkle they haven't seen yet? And you're going to have bread and butter plays that you're going to run regardless of whether the other team has seen it or not. And so if you can do that and the other team can't stop it, it's just, it really is a good thing. It's a good sign for your team. So very, very happy with the way the Packers played. Still a long ways to go, though. The Packers still have a hard road. We still got the Bears again. We got the Ravens. We got the Broncos next week. So still have some tough teams down the stretch, but definitely it's going to be, the Lions could still come back and win the division, but it's going to be close. But I think the Packers, it was a big step forward. Yeah. So you just got to be happy with a win, So
yeah, you're definitely trending in the right direction and playing your best football when you want to be. And honestly, if I had to handicap it right now, it's Rams, Seattle, and Packers. That's kind of the 3 right now.
The NFC, yeah, no doubt. Oof. Now, we got to talk about Monday Night Football. And I will say Justin was a good sport. I trolled the heck out of him last night and this morning.
Really pissed me off. I had nothing nice to say to you, so I decided to say nothing.
Oh, if you guys want to catch some of the rage, just tune into our live. It was I definitely tuned into a few parts after the 4 interceptions.
Yeah. So I'm going to start this with, a positive. Jalen Hurts actually did break a record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fumbled in 3 interceptions in the same play.
Became the first quarterback ever in NFL history since 1933, mind you, to have 2 turnovers on the same play.
Record breaking, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was, look, I picked the Eagles to lose, so it's not like I was completely like, that they caught me off guard or anything like that. Nick Sirianni said that he, they have a fucking positivity bunny in the, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, where did that come from? What was the backstory on that?
I don't know. I just saw it on X.
I thought it was a joke when I saw it. I thought that was like one of those, those sports meme pages that post like fake stuff. That's what I thought that was.
Like, I decided to let it go because, when Nick Sirianni brought about growing flowers, we played really well. So I thought, okay, it's a little cheesy, but, whatever. You could definitely tell Nick Sirianni spent more time because we went past happy like crazy again. If you remember way back in 2021 in Nick Sirianni's first year, really, really past happy the first like 4 games until finally decided to start running the fucking ball. And ever since then, the Eagles have been a winning team.
Yep.
Right back to passing.
I didn't understand that too because Saquon looked good.
He was doing good. There was a couple like no gainers here or there, but for the most part, like he was averaging really like he had 122 yards. I know one was like a 50-yard like cheap freaking trick push. I don't know why we don't do that more often. If teams are going to sell out, like fucking pitch it and bang your head on the goalpost. But that was the worst game I've ever seen Jalen Hurts play. And that's off of another game that I did not see him play well. Like, people give me shit about Jalen Hurts. The one thing I had in my back pocket was, he doesn't turn the ball over. And Cowboys fans are coming out. Listen, Jalen Hurts had a 4 interception game and he still has less interceptions than Dak Prescott. So leave me the fuck alone. But like, he's not a high volume passer. He never will be. Every time I say he's a top 10 quarterback, it's mostly resume and wins and stuff like that. Like, he doesn't fuck it up. Like, he might not throw 300 consistently or be a high volume passer or go through his progressions and thread the needle like Justin Herbert or Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, and list goes on. But he's just going to make the right play. He's going to throw it out of bounds, and he'll stick around and beat you at the end. The last 2 weeks, because our record, I could not put on Jalen Hurts until the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, it's Jesus Christ, dude. I will say there was a couple that weren't his fault. I will also say that he should have had 5 because there was one that he airmailed and it was almost intercepted.
Yeah. I saw that one too.
There was one that was off A.J. Brown's. It was kind of like the hospital ball. We saw how Zach Ertz got. It almost looked similar, man. Like, I think A.J. Brown made a business decision, but it was off his hands and it was tipped. The last one, you shouldn't have threw it. Dallas Goedert's right there for like 5 yards. It's 1st and 10 at the 17. Yeah. You have 2.5 minutes left. You have your 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Like, all day, basically.
Or just run the dang ball.
Take the 5 yards to Dallas Goedert. Now you're 2nd and 5 at like the 12. Like, Jesus Christ. Instead, he tried to thread in there. And I do think it would have been an accurate ball. It did look like it was going right to him, had the guy. Look, at the end of the day, the Chargers he made a really good play on the ball. That one, I don't think you should have went for that there. Take what the defense gives you. I'm not utterly pissed off at that one because that was just a really good play by the Chargers pass defense. But the one that he threw right to the freaking dropping lineman,
that was crazy. I don't know how
fumbled, and then Jalen Hurts got it.
That dude's big as a house. How does he not see that guy? Because dude's 350.
People, what they're doing is they're crowding the line, and you don't know who's coming, what, and Jalen can't figure it out in time. His internal processor is slow. It always has been. Yeah. He can make every throw. I'm certain he can make every throw. His problem is just how fast he processes shit. It's slow, and that's what limits him severely. I want a control. Basically, I want another quarterback so I can tell, is this Nick Sirianni's bullshit offense? In which case, I'm going to cut Jalen a little bit of slack because the offense is predictable as shit. That interception, one of the interceptions, they jumped to, guess what? A hitch route. Like, of course they're going to fucking intercept it.
Yeah.
Or does all of a sudden the offense changing? And then in which case I would blame a lot more on Jalen Hurts. I gotta know one or the other. I have my suspicions on which one, but like there's part of me, and this sounds so terrible because I know they're not going to bench a Super Bowl MVP the next fucking year. I know it. And the stupid rules, excuse me, the stupid rules where, well, this quarterback makes so much, we can't bench him.
Yeah.
Dude, your 3 quarterbacks add it all up, will still make the same amount. Who cares the order? I thought the goal was to win. Mm-hmm. It's like people that say the goal is to win. I say bullshit.
It's saving face.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's stupid. Yeah. And if you're right, you might catch some hell during the week when you announce that he's benched or whoever. You might catch some hell those couple days. But if you're right, you're going to look like a genius. You're going to look like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. It's annoying, dude. The defense played out of their mind. They played really good. The only nitpick I have on the defense is sometimes the defensive ends will kind of just lose their assignment, try to do someone else's job and clog the middle, leaving the edges wide open. Like, just stay there and do your fucking job and hold the edge. Justin Herbert escaped a couple times, but really, other than that, man, like they sacked him 7 times. Did McConkey play? I don't even know. Like, I mean,
Cooper DeJean, he was on him for sure.
It just seemed like, the defense, like we kept asking more. Okay, do it again, defense. Okay, do it again. Okay, do it again. Okay, do it again. Like, motherfucker.
At some point, they're going to break.
The Eagles this is the first loss where I come away being like, you know what? I think the better team lost. Like, I look at it, I'm like, we outgained them. That's fuck. I think we only outgained like 1 or 2 teams this whole year, despite our record. Like, we outgained them. Not that matters, but I just really felt like we were the better team. We moved the ball a little bit. I think we had like 370 some. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like it looks like we moved the ball. Jalen Hurts, now he threw for 40 times. That's the caveat. But like, I think he had like, getting close to 300 yards.
280, I think, something like that.
So there was some positives. You really have to try hard to see them. I don't know why Nick Sirianni threw twice in regulation. Like, run the fucking clock. The Chargers might not even have enough time to fucking kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to waste a timeout and then you're going to waste 40 more seconds off the clock. I don't know. Now, the one, yes, it was a teardrop to A.J. Brown. He should have caught it. Should have worked. I get it. But I still disagree with the call. Like, it's stupid. He made a really nice throw in overtime on a 3rd and 14 to Devontae Smith, the crosser, an anticipation throw. Like, that was probably one of the best throws I've ever seen Jalen make. Because we know he can hit the deep ball sometimes, in the basket every now and then. But like, if you go back and watch that throw in overtime, like that was like, can we get more of that, please?
Yeah, you gotta be able to throw guys open in the NFL.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, like I'm over it, bro. Like, do not call me a Jalen Hurts fan. Do I still think he's a top 10 resume wise? Yes. Him, Patrick Mahomes, and Stafford are the only active quarterbacks who have won a Super Bowl. Like, I do think he's top 10 right now. Like, if you duplicate his first 4 years fully starting, he'd be 4 Super Bowl appearances and 2 Super Bowl wins. You know what I mean? Like, that's as weird and as stupid as this sounds. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Do I think his best years could be behind him? Absolutely, if he doesn't fucking figure this shit out, because defenses, I think, have caught on. And yeah, I'm of the mindset, like, I just want to see, I don't want the next Philly quarterback to be a mobile quarterback. Like, I don't mind if he has wheels. I don't want that to be his bread and butter. Yeah. Please, for the love of God, I want someone with a fucking arm. I'm
throw the football.
Begging you, because it's Michael Vick or Donovan McNabb or fucking Jalen Hurts. There's always been like mobile fucking quarterbacks in Philly's history. Can we get an arm passer, please? Sorry.
Carson Wentz, he's out there.
No. Because as bad as Jalen Hurts is, Carson Wentz, oh my God. It's bad. Dallas is now, I mean, you could have all but wrapped it up. The magic number is still 3. The Eagles' schedule is very easy going forward. Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders.
Yeah.
Dallas is also easy. I think they have Vikings, Commanders, Giants, and Chargers. Not necessarily in that order, but like I could see them winning out too. So if you go 2-2 the next 4 games, you're going to lose a division if Dallas wins out. So Dallas isn't completely out of it. I do still think the Eagles will win the division.
Yeah,
but goddamn, like, fuck. I also we'll see when we do our playoff predictions if I have him as a first round exit or not, or if I even have him in the playoffs. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess on the Jalen Hurts topic, I think that's the thing is I agree. I think if you're talking about strictly resume, then he's got a top 10 resume. But talk about talent, I just think that's the difference in talent. Talent's way down there.
What I also was like, I've always understood his limitations. There was never a time where I would say, oh, he's better at passing the ball than this guy or that guy or that guy. I think what drove me crazy was people were putting like Jaden Daniels ahead of him and everything after 1 year. And I was like, hold up, that's so disrespectful. At least let him start this season ahead of JD, who he beat twice, by the way. And
on pure talent, I still would put Jaden Daniels in front of him.
I have to see it more because I think availability is an ability. And if you can't stay on the field, like he's hurt all the time.
But when he's on the field, I mean, there's no denying he's more talented. He
doesn't win. Don't say the Eagles are a Super Bowl team because they're fucking.
Look at the surrounding cast. It's a team sport. Like, come on,
dude. The Eagles' offense is trash. He had Zach Ertz.
He's like 39
like Zach Ertz.
And now he just tore his ACL.
Oh, now, yeah. But I like Zach Ertz better than even Dallas Goedert. No. I love Zach Ertz, dude. Zach Ertz is clutch as hell.
Goddard ran Ertz out of town.
There's some issues with Sirianni too. There was a little, I don't know. I do think from a name wise, I think we're getting too caught up on the name of the Eagles. Like that offensive
AJ Brown,
line,
Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley. Come on, what does Jaden Daniels have?
I understand that, but the offensive line has been shit. I might say the Commanders' offensive line is better than the Eagles right now, and it shouldn't be because name wise, you look at it and it's like what, but like the Eagles' offensive line has been terrible.
Well, I wouldn't even say terrible. I'd say it's been average.
It's been bad.
I'd say it's been average. I think there's a lot of teams that would love to have the Eagles O-line.
Anyway,
but one thing I did notice, I would say though, about Jalen Hurts early in the game, which I thought was odd, and maybe this is part of it, was I think even maybe Troy Aikman brought it up, but there was a couple deep routes early that were open that Jalen Hurts just straight up passed up. Like maybe he didn't see him or he just didn't want to throw. Maybe he just didn't trust his arm yesterday night, but it was weird because like there were guys open and he wasn't throwing it. He was just checking it down. And so maybe he felt like he was off. And then later in the game when he had to throw, he just started slinging it and throwing interceptions. I don't know, but it was really weird. I don't know.
I mean, if you ask me rank the quarterbacks just purely going off of the season, like Jalen Hurts is in the 20s and he might be low 20s. Yeah. Like it's bad. Like thank God there's people like Justin Fields and shit like that exist. Like it's bad. Mm-hmm. Again, my thing was always more on resume, and I do consider winning a quarterback stat. I do. I consider that an art for him, and Jalen Hurts is really good at it, and he protected the ball, and I think that's something. It's something.
See, I consider that more a team stat rather than a quarterback because
you can't control fumbles. I agree with that, but like not putting your team at risk unnecessarily, understanding that look, live for another play, whatever. But with saying all that, I'm still ready for him. Like I need to see somebody. I need to see somebody else throwing the ball in the Eagles offense. I just need to see it to formulate more data, because I'm over it. And I think the Eagles front office is over it. They just don't know what to do. I mean, you're paying him all this money, and for whatever reason, that means you can't bench the guy.
He just won a Super Bowl.
I wanted him benched at halftime. And people are like, and this is the thing. Well, if you bench him, you can't ever go back to him. Why the fuck not? Why? They're getting paid millions of dollars. They have this fucking ego where, oh my God, I was benched. Don't you go back to me. I don't want to play for you no more. Like, motherfucker, like, if you can't, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Like, we benched McNabb at halftime in 2008. We ended up going to the NFC Championship game because we went back to him afterwards because he was stinking up the joint. You can bench someone.
Sometimes it's good for guys. Sometimes they play better.
And I don't know if it's just this generation or what it is, but the coddling of players, like, I don't know. The coach goes up there and he takes all the heat and everything else. And, we're at this point now where, and don't get me wrong, if you'd have asked me last year, like, hey, you're going to be miserable in 2025, but we'll give you a Super Bowl win in 2024, I think everybody would take it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're living in that year after where, like, I had
still 8-5. I mean, it's better than a lot of teams,
And we were 8-3 and we were 8-4 and we were 8-5.
But I mean, you're still in the playoff picture. Still got the 3 seed right now in the NFC.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube, what's up? My name is Justin. Us here at Tailgate Talkers would like to thank you for watching our content. If you enjoy this video or others, think about hitting that subscribe button. It only takes a second and it helps us out so much. And while you're at it, ding that notification bell so you never miss an episode. You know, me and Dane, we work full-time jobs, crazy schedules, so our uploads can get kind of random from time to time. This ensures you never miss an episode. So with that said, we'll get back to the video, and thanks, guys, and go Birds. Go on to weekly news.
Yeah.
What do you think about Daniel Jones' injury and them signing Phillip Rivers to the practice squad?
It's too bad, man. It's just too bad. It's just unlucky. I feel bad for Daniel Jones. He finally kind of gets a break, gets to go to Indy with a good play caller, good surrounding cast, kind of gets to show who he is, you know, in an offense, and just shows, I think it just spotlights how important supporting cast is, and he's had a really good season overall, and just sucks that he got injured. And really, like, I think it's probably the end of Indianapolis' season. I mean, right now, like, Anthony Richardson sounds like he's still hurt. You got whoever the dude was that played, he was like the third stringer that played on Sunday. He's a rookie. I think it was Riley Leonard from Notre Dame, and then they signed Phillip Rivers to the practice squad. So I can't imagine. I'm pretty sure Phillip Rivers last time he played was in Indy.
And Indy went to the playoffs
terrible.
in 2020, I think. Well, I know they went to the playoffs in 2020.
It was a mess. I remember just watching it, and I think he threw like 3 or 4 picks in his last game, something like that.
He's eligible for the 2026 Hall of Fame. Now that's going to reset.
So, I mean,
gonna reset.
I have nothing against guy. I love Phillip Rivers. Growing up watching him, he was awesome.
He's very Baker Mayfield-ish when it comes to like his
super fun to watch. He was super talented in his day
take?
Too.
He's gonna start.
You think so?
Not this week, but here's why.
He will at some point.
You're not gonna why sign Phillip Rivers out of retirement to be a backup?
Yeah.
Why? You can find which would be basically a backup to the backup to the backup. Like, you can find that on the street or somewhere. You don't need to. Why Phillip Rivers? No, he's going to start at some point. So that'll be entertaining at least.
I'm surprised he's still ready to go. That's crazy to me. Is he still training at home, or what's the deal?
I don't know.
He's got like 16 kids. I think he'd have something else to do, you know?
I can't believe like you're resetting your Hall of Fame. Like, he might not have gotten it at 26, but like you're resetting another 5 years now just because you saw.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
Way down the line, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just too bad because
borderline.
His stats are there, and he had so many good seasons in LA or in San Diego, I guess, at the time, but he just never really made it far. I think the furthest they went was, I think one year they went to AFC Championship and they lost the Patriots, but it's just too bad. He's one of those guys that like was so talented but just never made it all the way.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Tom Brady just destroyed them in the playoffs every year.
It's very much like dare I say, like a Matthew Stafford before he finally got it. Yeah. It kind of comes off like that. Very talented, very fiery, just, couldn't get it.
It's crazy too, because I think about like...
He had like Norv Turner and everything else, like, right? Like, damn, they had some good offensive coordinators and stuff. And
I think about like these top 4 guys, like kind of like in the last, say, 5 years, the guys that everyone's been putting in the top 5, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, those kind of guys, I guess really top 4, but... one of those guys may not win a championship. That's just how hard it is to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. You know, Mahomes has got 3.
And good segue, by the way. With the Chiefs dynasty, is it over? Are they rebuilding? Because I was going to sit there and say, with Mahomes now out of the picture, they're not making the playoffs. They're done. So we ended up kind of being rightish to bring up that, week? I think maybe on our first ever pod, we brought that up.
Yeah. We didn't have them win the division, that's for sure.
I think
we both had Broncos.
When I say dynasty over, I don't mean like Mahomes is never going to be successful again. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to be this year or next year. Like, I think that it's going to take a rebuild, and it's going to take a couple years for them to regain any type of like
I think that core too is kind of going away. Like Kelsey, I think it's his last year. I suspect.
And I don't know when Andy Reid is going to be done with it. I'm sure he's got more time. Like, coaching is his life. But you also have Steve Spagnuolo, that was a luxury. Kind of like what the Eagles have in Vic Fangio, where there's no head coach aspirations. You can keep a decent fucking coordinator there without being picked apart every year.
Rare, man.
Yeah, especially when Super Bowls like that. That's how New England did it. They always had so...
Everybody's got career aspirations, man.
At some point, he's going to go. You lose Kelsey, who I know he's not... Losing him this year is not going to feel like it's a big deal, but there was a time when he was having him was really like a safety blanket.
Yeah, he's the top pass catcher in that offense. Yeah.
I know they got some explosiveness in Rice and Worthy and stuff, which is weird that they're not more explosive. Andy Reid doesn't like to run the fucking ball. He's never been decent at running the fucking ball. If you have those explosive receivers and you have like a really good running game,
they can't. Yeah, they can't guard anything. So
who was that lineman that got he had his I don't know if it was a torn ACL or something. They lost another like tackle.
I'm pretty sure he was like the second or third stringer, and they was the backup to the backup to the backup that was playing tackle. And they actually they played decent against the Texans. Like I didn't feel like Patrick Mahomes was running for his life the whole night.
You know, the two quarterbacks that were in the Super Bowl last year combined for 9 turnovers.
I know
this week.
It's crazy, man.
Good Lord.
Also, like you got to think about Chris Jones next year. He's going to be a year older.
That's true too. I forgot about him.
It's like it was kind of that 3. It was the Mahomes, the Kelsey, the Chris Jones. That was like the core.
And it was only 3 players, but they were great players. And then you have Andy Reid, who I know I just criticized him because he doesn't run the ball, and that's always been his bugaboo. But he's a great play designer, play caller, quarterback whisperer. I've always said this, and I got to be careful how I say it because I don't want to Andy Reid makes Patrick Mahomes better than what I think Patrick Mahomes would be anywhere else.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
And I always thought that, because people are like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes is so great," and he is. I'm not saying he's not, but I always kind of said but he's got Andy Reid. Don't discredit that. You know.
I mean, you got to think about coaching. I mean, think about Jalen Hurts' best year probably in that Eagles offense was the Shane Steichen year. You know. So you have to consider that, it's such a big part of how players, develop. Like we've seen it all this year. We've seen Sam Darnold, we've seen Daniel Jones, when they get half decent play caller, they just look like totally different dudes.
Exactly. And that's why I'm in hell, because that's the one bad thing when you win a Super Bowl, especially if it's luck, which it kind of was. Saquon went off and Vic Fangio's good. I don't want to discredit him.
Yeah.
But when it comes offensively, we're stuck with these bozos, and
and you're probably going to have to suffer again next year.
Yeah. I mean, they did fire, I don't want to get back on the Eagles, but they did fire Doug Peterson after 3 years. So
and it might be a while. Being purgatory.
I've hated him forever. I've hated him. Anyway. All right. You want to get you got Buy or Sell for me?
Yes, Buy or Sell. Okay.
This is Dane's favorite segment.
I love this segment. It's just kind of interesting. All right. So I got a few. I'm going to kind of switch it up a little bit here just so the theme isn't the same. But first one here. So, of course, this last week, Steelers beat the Ravens. Very close, though. Ravens are now just 1 game behind the Steelers, and they still have to play again. So a lot can go differently. But so my first question is, the Ravens will catch the Steelers despite the loss and win the division. So the Ravens have Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers left, but the Steelers have Dolphins, Lions, Browns, and Ravens left to play.
The Lions one's the one that's gonna. You know what? I think Steelers still win the division.
Really?
I do.
They do have an easier schedule. I will give you that.
They already beat the Ravens once, so they got that. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not. Look, I think at one point,
did you see
Tom
what he
Brady?
said on
Tom
the
Brady
interview?
was no. Tom Brady was the one winning the Super Bowl, so he's the GOAT for sure. But I always thought at one point in his prime, Aaron Rodgers was the most talented quarterback.
No doubt.
And now it's just good. He's midline serviceable.
Yeah, and him telling the media to shut the hell up this week.
That's crazy.
That's
going to be the first thing I freaking go watch.
It's freaking crazy. He's like, yeah, maybe you guys shut the hell up this week. It's crazy, Jesus man. Christ. He's such a diva, I swear. All right, second one. This is interesting, man. So right now, Myles Garrett's at 20 sacks on the season. The record is 22.5. So Myles Garrett will shatter the single season sack record and get 30 sacks.
30?
We have 4 games left. And
4 games and he's at 20?
He's getting 3 a game sometimes. Dude is a monster.
Well, he might get 10 if he plays the Chargers.
Yeah.
Does he play the
He might
Chargers?
get 4 himself. I'm not sure, but they definitely have. They play the Steelers again, of course. And they play the Bears this week. I'm not sure who the other 2 games are, but
Bears will probably run the ball a lot. I don't know. I don't think he'll get 30. He's going to break the record.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to break it by a lot.
I don't know if he'll hit 30. He'll probably be like high 20s.
Yeah.
30 might be pushing it.
That would be crazy, though.
That would be insane.
If he gets 30,
I mean, honestly, what's
why
crazy
can't he
is
win MVP,
before they like started keeping track of the stat and everything else, there was somebody, I forget who it was, who had like a ridiculous, insane amount of sacks. It was like 40 or 50. I forget who it was. So I'm talking out of my, but I know it was before they started tracking it and had all it. Like if you go back, I guess when you go back and they look at the game field and everything, it's like tackle quarterback for loss or tackle blah, blah, blah. And like if you added it up and made it in sacks, like, yeah.
Wow.
But I want to figure out who that was now. I'm curious. Anyway, next one.
Yeah. Also, why can't he win MVP? You know, it's kind of messed up that he can't.
If he breaks the sack record.
It's just that his
like,
the record's not good
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
You know, it's a team award now, unfortunately.
This got to be Matthew Stafford at this point.
Yeah, or Drake May. They're kind of close. Yeah. All right. Despite being the 1 seed in Week 13, the Lions will beat out the Bears for the last spot in the NFC playoffs, and the Bears will miss the playoffs. The Lions' remaining teams on their schedule are Rams, Steelers, Vikings, and Bears. And the Bears' remaining games are Browns, Packers, Niners, and then Lions in Week 18. It's setting up for this Week 18 showdown where it's going to determine that last spot.
You're conflicting me and you're talking me into it, but because I'm going to be going over my playoff predictions now, I can't say yes to that, and then so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But you're talking me into it.
Yeah. It's just interesting because it's like they're just a game behind the Bears right now. So, and this might be kind of an easy one, but we'll see what you think. So the 8-5 Colts will slide and allow another team to sneak into the playoffs. Which team in the AFC?
If they do, which team?
Mm-hmm. Will they? And if so,
I don't think so.
Really, you don't think they'll slide?
No. What's this? Do you have their schedule?
Yeah. So they play Seahawks.
Oof.
This week. They got Niners, Jags, Texans.
Okay.
They could lose all four of those.
Yeah, they could. Fuck. Oh, damn. Ooh.
They could be 8-9.
They really could be. After starting 7-1. Oh man.
Poor Colts, man.
If they damn man. Now you're fucking up all my because you're going next level. I'm gonna say yes.
Change your mind.
Yeah, don't change my mind. Don't change my mind.
You can always if you want.
Damn, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna say
who would slide in. So I
probably
guess
Ravens.
Yeah, I know.
Probably
Ravens. I guess the Steelers and the Ravens could both make it. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a real possibility.
Who else is in the hunt in the AFC right now? So of course Dolphins is like I think it's less than 1% they get in. They're 6-7. You got Chiefs.
Could you imagine?
Freaking
Could you imagine they're back in the Super? Oh my God! I'll stop watching football.
I know, seriously, me too.
You have to find new hosts for this podcast.
Find a new hobby.
We'll start a nursing podcast. Fuck, that's a real possibility. That's a brutal schedule.
It really is. I'm trying to think who I think Bengals are less than 1% or something like that. Who else is in the hunt? I should know this.
Really, there's like nobody. There's Ravens. You said Chiefs. I guess.
Chargers. I guess Chargers. But I think they might be a wild card already.
Yeah, they're already a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody really.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dolphins, Jets, no. Titans, no. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just, yeah. All right, you got anything else?
Let's see. The Texans can make the AFC Championship / Super Bowl just based on the play of their defense alone.
Given what I'm about to unveil, I'm going to say yes.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. That defense is serious, man. And then the Broncos, despite their 10-2 record so far, will have a first-round playoff exit and disappoint their fans after a winning season.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think you're right. I like your take last week of the Browns are the Eagles of the second half of the season. That's how it feels right now.
It's okay to have that feeling 1 or 2 weeks in a row. That's okay. But eventually, when it becomes 3, 4, 5, like those are warning signs.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I expect them to lose the Packers this week. I don't think they've played a good team for weeks. You know. We'll see.
Packers are 2.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
All right. We got any others? Are we ready for? All right. So we're gonna do a playoff predictions. I'm gonna put I'm gonna do my playoff predictions. Dane's gonna tell me what I fucked up and got wrong. I'm going to put the graphic on the screen as I showed Dane on my laptop here. So I'm going to do the NFC first and the AFC for the seeding first. So for the first seed, I got LA Rams.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no doubt.
Second seed, I got your Packers.
Yep.
Third seed, I got the Eagles.
Okay.
Might be wishful thinking at this point.
Yeah.
Fourth seed, I got the Panthers.
Okay.
Over the Bucks.
Okay.
Then I got the Seahawks 5.
Yep.
I got San Fran at 6.
Okay.
And I got the Bears at 7 sneaking in. You think it's going to be the Lions, huh?
I think so. Also, I think the Buccaneers are I think they're going to beat the Panthers out. Dude, I would change that.
You think the Bucs are going to beat the Panthers out? Yeah. Dude, that defense. And as someone who has freaking Mbuka and just wishing the Bucs offense to come to life and start being prolific like it was in the beginning of the season.
Man?
Good fucking Lord, dude. I'm like, come on. Mbuka and Ashton Genty are doing shit for me in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, they will do shit if I make the playoffs. By the way, I need you to lose and me to win. Mm-hmm. That's how I make our fantasy
I just
playoff.
have to win and get in. That's all I got to do.
Come on, Darlene. Sorry. I won't.
If Darlene loses, she's out too.
I tried to like freaking trade. I think the trade deadline's passed in our thing. We tried to be real fucking bullshitty. It didn't work. Sorry. All right. So the AFC side, I got Broncos 1 seed.
Ooh, yeah, I agree.
I got your Patriots at 2.
Yep.
I got Jags at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Got Steelers at 4. I got Bills at 5.
Okay, interesting.
Texans at 6.
Oof, divisional game. That's crazy.
And Chargers at 7. What do you agree with? What do you don't?
Yeah, I'm glad you don't have the Colts in there because they're gonna have to slide.
I don't have the Colts in there.
I feel like I get why Jacksonville's in there, but it's just like, and they've been playing better. Honestly, they've been playing better recently, but they also played against the Daniel Jones. Well, the Colts team without Daniel Jones this last week. So I just feel like Jags gonna be a first round exit for sure, man. Like, I don't think they have a chance.
Do you have those teams though?
I'm trying to think who else is in the hunt, man.
Ravens, Colts, and Chiefs. I mean, that's really all you got.
Oof. Yeah. I think that honestly, the one I could see kind of falling off just based off of what I've seen and just injuries, I could see the Chargers. I could see the Chargers falling off, but then the Ravens, man, the Ravens have been so uninspiring, man.
So uninspiring.
Like Lamar, he's
not himself this year.
He must be. I don't know if he's hurt or just messed up in the head or he's got CT or what, but dude, it's terrible. I think they could still catch the Steelers.
Best football played in the world.
But it's bad. Yeah, I agree with those AFC teams. I like what you got.
So
there.
really, the whole thing is you think Bucks are over the Panthers.
Yeah, okay. And I also think I'm thinking the Lions catch the Bears too.
Okay.
That'd be what I would do differently.
If I am correct on this, that means Green Bay goes against Chicago, and I have Green Bay winning.
Okay. Yeah.
Now the Philly is going against 49ers. This one, especially after what I'm seeing, now look, there were some good things. The Chargers are a good passing defense. They are. And we did move the ball. It was just mistakes galore, turnovers galore. Like, think about it. We had 5 fucking turnovers and we lost in overtime by 3. I mean, there's some good, but good Lord.
Is this NFC Championship rematch?
Which one?
The Eagles and Niners?
In 2022.
Yeah.
I have, and I do not feel good about it. I have just because the Eagles are at home. Yeah. Which that's going to
be a tough game.
I'm not right now. I do not feel good about that. I do think Purdy can throw us some with our defense and everything else. Maybe our defense can win that game for us.
Just Shanahan and Salah, man. Those two coaches, that's really hard to go against.
I agree. I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to be biased, and you'll see later.
You have the Panthers beating the Seahawks?
I do. That's my shock. That is my shock. Dude, the Panthers are on something.
Bryce Young against that defense?
I know. I get it. But I also think that
I think it'd
Sam
be less
Darnold will
shocking for
throw
the
some.
Niners to beat the Eagles. Yeah.
This is okay. For what it's worth, I think this will be the only one where you really disagree with me on. But I
think the game's a toss-up, but I think
put it this way,
Seahawks dominate the Panthers.
I look at it like, if I make all these predictions based on who, like just record-wise and just looking at the season, and you do the same thing, there's going to be a shocker in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And I just think this is going to be the shocker. Like the Panthers they just beat the Rams not too long ago. Like that defense just comes up with picks. And I can see Sam Darnold like shrinking in the playoffs. I don't know. Probably dumb, but I can see that happening. Yeah. All right, over on the AFC side now, Chargers at Patriots. I got the Patriots winning.
Yeah, definitely.
Between the Jags. Now, this was actually this could be a really good defensive game. This is awesome, but I have the Texans winning.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And then for Steelers, Bills, I just see the Bills winning that one.
Divisional matchup in the divisional round.
All right, so divisional matchup in the divisional round.
Yeah.
Panthers, Rams, I got the Rams going. Now, this is something where I could sit there and say, look, we beat the Packers the last 3 times we played them. We beat them in 3 different locations, Sao Paulo, Green Bay, and Philly. We beat them this year. Why can't I put my Eagles in there? But here's what stopped me. Then why the hell did I not have the Carolina Panthers beating the Rams again? Because I don't see that happening. I cannot, with the way these teams are playing, honestly do that. So I got
Green Bay. It would be
in
Lambeau too.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
And I just can't. I mean, I know that I get it, but like the way they're playing, that'd be so homerish to sit there and pick the Eagles. Yeah. And then we talked about, could the Broncos be their first round exit?
Yep. I agree.
We
Absolutely.
got Texans taking them out.
Yep.
And then another divisional game in the divisional round. I got the Patriots.
Yeah. As much as I love the Bills, man, I think you're right. That their defense is broken. And they spent a lot of money and a lot of draft picks on the defense this year. It's still broken. And Josh Allen has to do everything every week.
And this is awesome. AFC and NFC championship game. Neither team was in the championship games last week. It's all 4 new teams. What's going to end up happening, I'll go ahead and give it to you, is a rematch.
Ooh, you got Rams and Patriots. I was thinking that today. I was like thinking about who
rematch of Super Bowl. What was it, 53?
Yeah, like one of those boring Super Bowls in
where the
NFL history.
But this time, I have LA.
I agree.
I have LA winning.
I think Stafford gets another one. Maybe he even retires. Who knows?
I hope so. Get out of the NFC.
Yeah, those are good picks.
I
honestly
terrible.
think if I had a dark horse that would go all the way, like a low seed, I'd pick the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl. That would be my dark horse if I had a low seed going.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, after last night, it's just, I know we have 4 more games. That the one I feel worse about is actually not Panthers against the Seahawks. I actually don't feel like, I can see myself being wrong, of course, but I don't feel terrible about that pick. The pick I actually feel the most terrible about is Eagles over 49ers. I actually don't feel great about that. I can see Purdy throwing us some. I can. The way our defense is playing, we'll be at home. Maybe we squeak out a really ugly, stupid game, but I don't see us going far.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it though. I agree with most of those with you. We'll have to see how accurate we are. Well, maybe we'll have to do it again when the actual playoffs.
Yeah, when we actually have the seeds. Yeah.
It's fun to think about though.
You ready for some fantasy football?
Let's do it.
It's time for fantasy football with Dane and Justin. Get ready to dominate your league.
Dominate. All right, so we'll start with our overachievers, underachievers. Mind if I go first? Because I feel like you're going to pick mine. My overachiever, I'm gonna do Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh yeah,
12 carries for 43 yards, but 3 touchdowns, and he also had 7 receptions for 77 yards. Dude was all over the place. He truly is, with the ball in his hands, the player I am scared of the most.
Yep. He's a weapon, man. My overachiever, I'm going to give some love to some of the backup guys here.
Nice.
It's Blake Corum, LA Rams. 12 rushes, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. Kind of splitting that backfield a little bit with Kyron Williams. So, yeah, really talented player. Honestly, he looks a little more explosive. than Kyron.
Well, Kyron needs his time because Darlene has him. And so he needs to, I need you to lose, bro. I'm not
I need to split that backfield. So, how about your underachiever? Who you got? You might have the same one I have. Yeah, you do. I'm so glad you put that. That's awesome.
I don't want to say it.
Guess who it is, guys? Top 10 QB, Jalen Hurts.
I mean, you can't set an NFL record.
2 turnovers in one play.
How do you do that? Had four interceptions, 5 turnovers. Really should have had 6 turnovers if the guy would have made a better catch on that overthrow. Good, awful, fucking
zero
awful.
TDs. Yeah.
Like AJ dropped some. I hate the Nick Sirianni throwing it twice at the end there. Stupid, just run it twice. So there was some like other things, but for the most part, you could take that loss down to one person for the most part.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. He had like negative fantasy points. So how could I not pick him? He got you negative
points. For a QB
points.
too, that's crazy. For a QB, that's unheard of.
So start him and sit him. So last week you had just to start Justin Jefferson, 2 receptions, 11 yards.
Dude.
And they mollywopped the freaking Commanders too.
The most talented guy doesn't get the football? It's like, what is going on in Minnesota, man?
I had start Luke Musgrave, 2 receptions, 22 yards.
Don't listen to us, guys. Terrible.
Our sits, we both had sit Ashton Genty, 10 carries, 30 yards.
Yeah, good call.
That was a good call. And then you had Bears running back. They combined for 27 carries for 120 yards, but it was very equally split. So they were like 50-something and 60-something, no touchdowns. So it's a good call. Ready for my stardom?
Yeah.
I got Travion Henderson. Running back.
That's a good call.
Yeah, running back for New England against the Bills.
Yeah, I like that. I have a couple. I have Jackson Dart against the Commanders. His rushing gives him such a good floor. My other one is a guy that might be on your waiver wires out there, guys. It's Jalen Wright with the Dolphins. Achane might being hurt this week. Pick him up and maybe even start him this week because he's going to probably be RB1. At least for this too, week. So yeah.
Sorry. And then my sit for this week is Trey McBride. He's tied in for the Cardinals versus Texans. Texans are number 2 against tight ends as far as fantasy points. So
yeah, I kind of went the same direction. I have Michael Wilson, who's been tearing it up, by the way, against that Texans D. My other one is another guy that's been tearing it up, Christian Watson. He's playing the Broncos. He's probably going to have Surtain on him for that whole game. So, which by the way, Christian Watson looked like a monster. He's fully healthy. Yeah. He looked good last week. So,
All right. That is our fantasy, guys. Ready for some game previews? I guess we'll go in order again. I think we all play Sunday. Sunday at 11 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern. Raiders at Eagles. The Eagles are 11.5-point favorites. I know the Raiders suck, but Dane, how?
I know. Well, also, you said last week on the episode that you would never pick the Eagles again
I
this
saw
season
that.
if they lost.
I'm like, I told him, like, I will if you don't prove it to me, I will even pick you against the Raiders. And I started thinking, like, am I really going to pick him against the Raiders? That point spread? Yes, I'm picking the Raiders to fucking cover.
Raiders only lost by 7 at Denver this last week. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how? Like, if you're the Raiders fan, you have any idea to be 11.5-point underdogs to the Eagles, how disrespectful that is to you. Good Lord. Eagles, if you can't win this game, fucking hell.
Maybe this is what it takes, though, to get like real change, to get Sirianni.
It's not like he could lose. He could go 0-4 the rest of the 4 games, and Hurts there might be a slim chance he's not the starter next year. But Sirianni's going to be here. Like we got to have a terrible season next year, and then I'm going to take the Raiders to cover. Eagles, I'll pick the win, but that's not our picks. But I'll pick the Raiders to cover 11.5 points.
Yeah, man.
It'll be a stupid like 12 to 15 game. I guarantee you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Raiders really are that bad. It's like, it's terrible. And as bad as the Eagles have looked as of late with their offense, defense has been great. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders don't score a single point in this game. Like,
I'm like 4 games up on you because you keep picking my Eagles and I keep picking against them.
I'm so unimpressed by this Raiders offense this year, outside of course, the tight end.
And you're
Brock
impressed
Bowers.
with the Eagles?
Well,
well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rag on my own team.
Comparatively.
But damn, that's all I can do is laugh.
But I think I also got to think like who the Raiders are playing, against the Eagles defense. The Eagles defense is still really good. There's no doubt about that. So I think the Eagles offense will be able to run the ball. They just should. Let me just say they should run the ball against the Raiders. Just stick with it, Nick Sirianni. So I'm going to pick them to win and cover. I don't know, just for funsies.
11.5 points.
Yeah, I could see them. I just don't even know if the Raiders are going to score a single point in this game. That's my thing. Outside of Brock Bowers, who they got? Like, nobody. Ashton Genty hasn't done anything. Like,
I mean, Jalen Carter's not going to play still. Lane Johnson might be back for this game. Unsure yet. If not, he'll be back the next game. But
kind of wonder, I wonder what the total interception number is for this game. Like Geno and Jalen.
This is going to be a real barn burger, guys. Raiders at Eagles. This is going to be entertainment.
Geno's the king of interceptions.
At least they'll save on the fireworks.
Yeah.
There's at least that.
So just run the football, Nick Sirianni, and you will win this game. Let me just say that.
Oh, if we'd have ran the football against the Chargers, we'd have won the game.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Golly. That was the game that hurt the most, by the way, is this losing this game because it was so winnable.
Yeah. You beat yourselves. That's what happened. It's the Eagles beat the Eagles.
The Broncos comeback didn't hurt as much. The Giants blowing us out when clearly 2 weeks later we showed that we were the best team. That didn't hurt as much. This fucking hurts.
Just all the mistakes. Yeah.
All right. We got Packers at Broncos. Packers are 2.5 point favorites.
Ooh. Man, this is tough. This is in Denver. Late season football, Mile High Stadium.
Don't let the Broncos get lucky again.
I think I'm going to say the Packers win. And the reason I say that is because we're starting to play our best football. Broncos are just squeaking by. I mean, you only beat the Raiders by 7. I think it's time for a Broncos loss. I can see it. Bo Nix has not been playing great football. The only thing that kind of gives me pause is the Broncos defense has been playing really well.
Good.
So I just think what I hope is that the Packers, they stick with the ground game, be okay playing an ugly game. It may not be Jordan.
Going to be as an ugly game.
Yeah, it may not be Jordan Love's most pretty or most inspiring game, but who cares? If you come out with a win, you come out with a win. So
especially in December, man. Wins in December. Who cares? At this
exactly.
point?
So I'm gonna have the Packers winning and covering against the Broncos. I could see them winning by 3 or something like that. I think it's gonna be close, but I could see it being like a 17-10, maybe 20-13 kind of football game, something like that.
Yeah, I have the Packers winning and covering, probably winning by 3 to 5, somewhere around there. 1 score game, but probably over the 2.5.
Yep.
So it'd probably be a real ugly game, not as ugly as the previous game we mentioned, but it's going to be an ugly game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I put Vikings Cowboys here, but I don't know if that's.
What about Bills Patriots?
Bills Patriots has to be the one.
Interesting.
That has to be the one that we're going to cover. Do you have the?
I don't have the spread, but I know that right now the Bills are 2 games behind the Patriots. So of course, the Bills win this game. That basically flips them. Well, it doesn't flip them, but it basically puts them just 1 game behind, and it's just a divisional game, which is huge. So really big game for determining who wins that division and seeding as well, because Patriots right now are 2 seed.
Bills are 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah. Is it in Buffalo? It's got to be in Buffalo. Otherwise, I would say the Patriots got to be favored.
It's in New England.
Oof! Wow, I'm surprised.
That's really weird.
Huh? Just with the way that the Bills' defense has been looking too, it seems like Patriots play pretty complete football.
I think this is a lot of people money going on just Josh Allen and stuff.
I think so too. I think the general public just. Again, they pick quarterbacks instead of teams. Yeah. I'm going to pick Patriots to win. Of course, the cover.
I'm going to pick Patriots to win and cover too.
Yeah.
I know Buffalo, their backs against the wall. Patriots don't absolutely need this game. I mean, they need it if they want to try to get the 1 seed, and that's a bye basically. So I mean, it's definitely valuable, but Patriots aren't going to be in jeopardy if they lose this. Bills, they lose this, it starts to like,
Also, not every game can Josh Allen run for 3 touchdowns and throw for 3 touchdowns. It's just like
he's either been really good or really bad this year. Like it's been up and down.
Man. Like last week he went Superman mode, which of course he can do. He has that ability, but like, can they do that every week? No, that's just not possible, man. Like, and you can't like blame Josh Allen for not being able to do that. Like, that's just like no quarterback in the history of football has done some of the stuff he's done. So it's just. They got to find ways to win other ways. I just don't think they got the Jimmies and the Joes this year. They need to beef up that defense. Also, they need a legit weapon on offense outside of James Cook. James Cook
is really good. He's awesome. He's not like Gibbs level, but like he's
great.
He's kind of approaching it a little bit. Like that dude is really good. Do you see the I had James Cook too, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like freaking Morgan whooped my ass so fucking hard, like it's still sore. But there was that one play where he like reached and like
fumbled it.
Oh my god, it was such a good play. But I'm like, no,
and then he fumbled it through the end zone after that.
I was like, come on, bro, like give me a fucking touchdown.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he needs a legit wide receiver. Keon Coleman,
can't just be Kincaid. Like
not it. I just feel like Keon Coleman is the Bills version of Matthew Golden on the Packers. It's like. Matthew Golden still doesn't have a touchdown this year. Like he got 0 receptions last week, and he was just running cardio out there. Like why did we spend a 1st-round pick on this guy?
Yeah.
Like
that's what I feel about Jahan Dotson. I think he's much better than what he's being used.
Like we have all these 2s. Why Packers? You spent a 1st-round pick on this guy? Like
it's crazy.
Gosh. Anyways.
All right, man. Well, this is episode. Where the fuck are we at? Is
14, week 15, or no 13.
Episode 13,
week 15. Yep.
There we go. So tell us what we got wrong. Comment below. We'll split this podcast up into different videos, so it helps you out if you don't want to stick around for the whole thing. But if you did stick around, thumbs up to you.
Subscribe.
Yep. Later, guys. We'll be back
later, Tailgate Talker Nation.